my name is Scylla, and today I'm going to be taking a look at celebs who've worn Lolita before Lolita, and I'm going to be ranking them. Now I think you'll see this happening less often, but there was like a year or 2 or 3 where everyone was pretty much trying it out. I guess it was just really trending at the time. But anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and get started. I'm gonna have it as a basic, S for super top tier, best chord, and then A all the way down to F for very, very not great. And these are all going to be entirely my own opinion, so if you disagree, that is entirely a-okay. I do recognize that, none of these celebrities are actually Lolitas. So my objective is not to be super harsh and criticize every little single thing, because of course they're not going to get it right. I'm just going to be basing it on the overall look and how they managed to make it work. So, yay. So to start off, we have the infamous picture of Lil Mama wearing Fruits Parlor with a crop top, tank top, and some red Converse. And I'm not gonna lie, I actually really love this look. I loved it even before. Is it Lolita? Most definitely not. But I feel like she took the skirt apron thing and she found a way to make it work where it doesn't really look that bad. I would maybe add just a little baby-sized accessory in her hair or something, but overall, I think it's cool. Now I'm assuming that's her daughter next to her. I could be totally wrong. Wearing the gingham dress. Totally adorable. They match, and I think it's just really, really cute. So for this one, I'm gonna give it a solid C, maybe a C+. So I have to wonder if Lil Mama was actually a big fan of Angelic Pretty, because there are a couple other occasions of her wearing it. Here we have her wearing the Magical Etoile skirt in pink with some stilettos and a tank top. Very happy to see that there's like a headpiece going on in her hair. I really love the ponytail. I remember when that style of hair was super in, just dark, and then all of a sudden just really bleached out with very little to mesh them together and blend it into one another. That was very much a look. I don't quite like this as much as the other one, and if I were to change anything, I would probably put different shoes, maybe pink or white or something. So I'm gonna give this a D+. So for the third picture, we have her wearing what is, I'm fairly certain, a baby headband, but that could be AP, since she's following an AP trend. I have no idea what brand this blouse is from. I feel like maybe she was going for a modern Victorian baby doll. I like the concept, I like the idea. This whole kind of aesthetic is something that I could see someone like maybe Alice Cullen wearing. Remember? Yeah. I think I'm gonna also give this one a D, just a D. Again, I do really like the concept of mixing, frills and actual Lolita with normie clothes. For this blouse, I'm not entirely sure that it works that well as just a standalone. That actually might be my issue. I think the blouse is too, I don't like the blouse. Even for Lolita standards, it's just a bit much going on for me. And I also would have chosen different shoes. But she's really cute, isn't she? I think she's so cute. Okay, so next celeb we have Lady Gaga in this infamous, oh gosh, I think this is an AP dress. Please correct me if I am wrong. And this is really, really cute. The only thing that is a disaster are those horrible Russia lace gloves. Just please remove them. I'll give her a pass on the sunglasses because, yeah, I'll call it the Gaga quirk. Gaga has actual hair that's fitting, more fitting for Lolita. Not saying that, you have to have the right kind of, perfect Lolita hair. But there are some hairstyles that just naturally fit better. That's why the Hime cut is so popular, which she kind of has. Which I happen to know that she kind of ripped off from another artist, but that's just kind of how it goes, I guess. It's a B. I'd give it a B+ if the gloves were removed and replaced with wrist cuffs. In this next picture, it is clear that she's performing. She has a microphone. She also has a parasol, and she's wearing another white piece, but it appears to be a jumper skirt. Unfortunately, there's like too much overexposure happening, so I can't really make out any of the details. I can't tell what's on her arm. At first I thought it was like an off-brand kind of like just really short bolero, but if I look at the sleeve, it looks like it has like a ribbon going through it that would match up with the typical Lolita sleeves. She's got these hideous gloves once again, but she got the right socks and she's got shoes that match, so I'm gonna give her plus points for that. That being said, I don't like this as much as the previous one, so I'm gonna give it a, can I put it in between C plus and B minus? Is that a thing? Okay, so we have her again featured on a Japanese show, which is pretty neat. It's like she's wearing actual brand once again, and her hair is really cute. It's when she started doing that bow thing. Now here we can see like the full thing, and she's got the socks and she's got the shoes. That's really great. Unfortunately, she doesn't have a blouse. And I don't really like that so much with this dress in particular. With Lil Mama and the apron Fruits Parlor thing, I think it went well because again, it wasn't an actual dress, it was like an apron, and then she had the tank top underneath, so something about it just kind of blended better. Whereas for this dress, I feel like it's greatly unbalanced without a blouse because there's just so much going on in the skirt area. Also, poor thing, she looks exhausted, like super tired. I hope she got like a full day's rest after this because she's just looking so tired. So I'm gonna give this one a D plus. Everything is pretty much there except for the blouse, but I'm not really feeling it, so I know my scores are going to be like all over the place. If you disagree strongly, feel free to leave your opinion. I'd be happy to know if you think that this is an A look. And before I move on to the next celeb, I have to put in the obligatory picture of Kyari Pamu staring her down. I love this picture so much. Okay, so next we have Katy Perry, and this is different from all the others because she's in an actual AP ad, it looks like. I remember seeing this back in the day, and a lot of people weren't happy because a lot of Lolitas actually did not like Katy Perry at all. But anyway, we can see how she was most likely dressed and given what to wear, and I'm actually really surprised that this one piece fits her because she is, there's a lot, she's big. She's big right here, you know, like really big. But I think she looks cute. I think it's adorable. The neckties are placed wrong. I don't know if they left that up to her to do because they're supposed to be crossed on the neck and go around like that. Here it looks like she took them and she put them across her boobs. As for the hair, this actually might bother me ordinarily, but I think it looks fine because it's done. Her hair is done, so it's not like a limp mess sitting there. However, I would have given her a head bow. I think to have that hat without having like something more voluminous in the upper area kind of like makes it look a little bit off. So I would have kept the hat if she were to have her hair down how she normally did, like around this time era. With the hair up and back like that, a bow would be better. But aside from that, I'm gonna go ahead and give this an A minus. I think it's really cute and I love this dress, I really do. So next we have Nicki Minaj wearing a jumper skirt with no blouse and biking gloves. And I have two pictures here, and I don't know exactly what brand this dress is from, unfortunately. I also have no idea which is the original color. I'm gonna assume that I would think that the pink would be the original, but I know that they always like finalize the final image by like changing the colors and adding things, so I think that it might originally be the blue one. I have no idea. So despite like the cleavage situation going on, which she can't help, and the no blouse and the no leg wear, I'm gonna give it a pass because the way that this dress is designed, because there's no heavy print at the bottom and because it like cinches in at the waist because it's got like a built-in corset kind of thing going on, it kind of passes for more of a normie dress. I feel. Like, I think you could get away without wearing a petticoat underneath it and it'd just be like kind of normal. Though I do think it looks much cuter with the petticoat. And I am glad that she put something on her head. I don't personally like it, but I'm just really happy that it's there. And I love the hair situation. I've always thought that she looks really, really good with the plump bangs. So yeah, really not feeling the glove situation. Because of that, I'm gonna mark it down. I'm gonna give it like a C-. So next we have Hayley Williams, and this was in the music video that Paramore had for Brick by Boring Brick. She is wearing a bodyline jumper skirt. As you know, Nicki Minaj did before. She does not have a blouse underneath, but nor does she have a petticoat. I don't think that she was going for an actual Lolita look. She was just going for something that kind of represented childhood, and I don't really mind it. I think that the shoes and the socks are totally fine. I would have added like a short sleeved blouse and a head bow, but again, that's because I'm a Lolita. I think she looks good. Also, I remember that after this video came out, this dress got sold out fairly quickly and Bodyline never restocked, and I haven't seen it since then. So I have to wonder, like, if this dress were to sell like secondhand, would it be more expensive because it's so much more well known now? I don't know, but I'm gonna go ahead and give it a B- because I do think that it's like really cute overall. Okay, so next up we have Amy Lee wearing a bodyline skirt. So if you've ever seen Evanescence perform back in the day, her whole shtick was basically wearing like a tank top or a tee, some demonia looking boots, stockings, and adding just like a long tutu, just a big fluttery thing. So I'm not surprised to see this at all. That was her aesthetic, and I was super jelly of it. As a teen, I wanted to be Amy Lee. So I don't actually mind this, except for number one, the boots have got to go. I don't care what they're replaced with, just get rid of them. And then number two, that blue material of the skirt looks like the cheapest polyester. Okay, here's another photo of it. Yeah, it just looks too shiny for me. Like, I really, really love the upper portion of all the black and stuff, but once it gets to the blue, it's like, why did they use that material? Yeah, definitely a D for me. Here's another picture of her just chilling with another bodyline skirt and another Normie tee. I'm gonna give this one a D+. It's not as offensive as the blue polyester of the last one. Now, so she just looks like she's having a good time, so it's a look. It's very much a her kind of look. I feel bad for giving it such a low score because I love her so much, but yeah. Anyway, so next we have Melanie Martinez, who primarily wore Lolita more in the beginning, I think. I think she might have stopped because she got a lot of hate from actual Lolitas. I could be wrong. So here she is wearing a dress. I don't know where it's from. Clearly she wasn't going for an actual Lolita look, although it seems to be apparent that she actually knows what the style is, because here we have another picture of her with the head bow. Not sure what kind of situation she had going on in the leg area. And then here's another picture of her wearing an actual AP skirt, but in her own style, similar to Lil Mama. So for the first one, I'm going to give it a C-. The dress is pretty cute, but there's nothing on her head, nothing on her wrists, nothing on her legs. It just looks pretty basic, which I guess is what she was going for. We all know that she has more of like a baby aesthetic. For this one with the big bow on her head, I'm actually going to give it an A- because this looks really, really cute. I can't tell if those are balloons or flowers. And then the last one with just the skirt, I'm going to give it a D+. I think the fact that it's like a more lighter ivory color, it can kind of pass for like a toned down thing. If it were like a stark color, I think that might be a little bit of an issue. But so now I'm going to talk about Miss 15 or M15, Basically, there is a Mexican teen musical comedy drama TV show that used to air back in the day. It stars these kids who happen to really like taking Lolita, cutting them up, making them much shorter, and, you know, turning them into so-called cupcake fashion. I know I'm not lying, this is in fact what they did. They would take actual angelic pretty, I don't think these are replicas, they would make them super short, and they started going around calling their clothes and the kinds of things that they would wear cupcake fashion. So within the show, Miss 15, they kind of formed their own band and then called it M15, I think. So if you look up their music videos and such, you'll probably see some of these clothes being worn. So here we have these three girls singing together. We have Honey Cake, some black one, I'm sorry, I don't know, and then Wonder Story, one of my all-time favorite prints. Okay, so the pink and the black I can kind of get behind. You have clearly the punk in the middle, and then for the pink, at least, you know, it stays pink throughout. There's like balance, but I feel a certain ways about the girl wearing the Wonder Story with the dark hose. Okay, so I found a music video called Wonderland that they did, and you can see some, it's really short, oh my god. Okay, listen, once you buy a dress, you are free to do whatever you want, but that's really short. Oh wow. Okay, I have to give it an F just because I don't like it personally, and I think that's okay. I mean, judging from only the pictures that I have, overall it just looks like it's not really cohesive. And I want to take Lil Mama as an example. Like, you could tell that there was a concept there. There was an idea that she was going for. Here, it's like they don't know what they're doing at all. Like nothing really matches, like, at all. So yeah, that's how I feel about that. So next up we have Millie Shapiro. She was the young actress in Hereditary, one of my favorite movies. And here she is wearing, I think that's Alice and the Pirates. I could be wrong, I'm so sorry if I am. So this I'm actually gonna give an A+ because, I mean, I can't tell what's going on in the bottom half, but it just looks like it doesn't look like it's being used for Lolita. It looks like this is just a Lolita taking a picture. I think that's because in real life, this actress has actually just worn Lolita before, like normally. Yeah, okay, so here's another picture of her wearing Melty Chocolate, looking so cute. And I think the Lolita next to her I've seen before on Instagram. I know I have, she looks very familiar. Banana Bear, I just looked it up. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and give this an S because as a cord, it just looks right because it's an actual cord. Yay! Also, I really like Melty Chocolate. It's one of my favorites as well. So I actually follow her on Instagram, but I haven't really seen her wearing Lolita in quite some time. I think she's moved on to other things, including a music project called After Class. I listened to it and I actually really enjoyed it. She got a really great voice. So if you're more into like alt pop rock, you might want to check it out. Just putting it out there. Okay, so next we have Scaredy Kat, who is a British drag queen, and they appeared on season 1 of RuPaul's Drag Race UK. And I actually really like what's going on here. That is a baby dress and looks very cute. I would be turned off by the bow just because it doesn't really mesh well. It's a totally different color from the dress, and the fabric is just too different, but it meshes well with the teddy bear, so I'll give it a pass. I know I've seen other drag queens wearing Lolita before, like I think Alaska's done it. Could have been someone else, I'm not sure. But it looked pretty good, so I wish that I remembered who it was because it wasn't Scaredy Kat. For this, the only issue that I have has nothing to do with the Lolita. It's the cheeks, the sharp cheekbones. And this is just something that I don't like in general. Like, I'm obsessed with RuPaul's Drag Race. I love seeing them get ready, all the work that it takes, how they do their makeup and stuff. Like, max talent. So I absolutely love it. The only thing that I can't really get behind is the deep cheekbones. It just gives me the creeps, and I don't know why. Like Trixie Mattel, that kind of thing. I love I love Trixie. There's something very unnerving about it. I can't say why. But besides that, it's cute. Like, I don't feel that this was done so horribly compared to other things that we've seen. So I'm going to go ahead and give it a B-. I mean, they look cute, right? So before we get to the last celebrity, I want to give a full honorable mentions, starting with Curly, who was never a Lolita, never claimed to be a Lolita, but did in fact have Lolita aesthetics put into her stuff. Like that Walking on Air music video, that is a vibe. That whole era is, I mean, every time that she puts something out, that is its own vibe. But that first album that she did as a Lolita was very like, yeah. Second honorable mention is to this dress that Avril Lavigne is wearing. Now, I actually don't like Avril Lavigne, but I was looking at pictures of celebrities wearing Lolita, and I don't think this is Lolita, but I still love what's going on, and it has like Lolita aesthetics. But yeah, I like the situation that's going on, so that's why it's on here. Next honorable mention is Canon Wakashima. Now, she is not a Lolita, I don't believe, but she did wear Lolita for her music videos and for live performances that she did. And I'm not sure whether this was because Mana forced her to, but it worked for the time period that she did it, and it's just really, really nice. Like, as a Lolita looking for some Lolita music, this is top tier. And then the last honorable mention goes to Dita Von Teese, who I love. Here we have a picture of her totally dressed normally, but with an angelic pretty bag. Dita, what'd you do with that, huh? What you gonna do with that? It's very suspicious, because if you know her and you know her style, AP isn't something that she's gonna be wearing on the streets. No. So she's very, very curious. Either she knows someone who is a Lolita and, you know, she wanted to get them a gift, or, you know, maybe she happened to be using it for one of her sets or something. Yeah. Okay, so now we're going to move on to the final celebrity. Here we have a picture of Jessica Simpson wearing Angelic Pretty. And this was taken from a show that she did. This is from season 1 of The Price of Beauty, and I believe this is from the end of episode 6. In this episode, she goes to Japan, explores like Harajuku and stuff, visits a couple stores. You actually see like a few actual Lolitas in the Angelic Pretty store, so that's really neat. But at the very end, she does take part in a runway, and to be fair, she is dressed fairly like you would see a Lolita. I don't really feel the hair situation too much, but you know, she has a headband in there and everything. So yeah, so we're gonna go ahead and watch it, and I'm gonna see if I can get the clip going on here. So what I'm feeling right now is that, you know, I just think she's got bloomers on. And that's really great, because when I look back to all the other celebrities, I wouldn't really think that they were actually wearing bloomers as well, but she is. And bloomers are a very important detail, especially if you're gonna, you know, be lifting your skirt like that. As for ranking, I don't really like that shade of red so much, so I think C+. Because she has everything else going. Like, everything else is fine. It's just, it's such a vibrant shade of red. And I prefer more maroon colors, more deeper tones of red. Like the bag that she's holding. So, yeah, C+. So yeah, that was all of them. I hope I did not offend anyone at any point. Again, these are my opinions, and if yours differ, that is totally a-okay. And I'd like to hear how you feel. I think what surprised me the most is the fact that there's like only one F on this list. But again, I wasn't really ranking this based on how Lolita it actually is, just more whether I like it. Because again, there only seems to be like one actual celebrity who dabbled in Lolita, maybe two. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and leave it there. So thanks for watching if you watched, and I will see you next time. Bye!